Hi, welcome to this webinar, Wrapping Up Your Cookie Sale. It's been a busy one this year, hasn't it? We're so excited that the girls have had a wonderful experience. So let's look at the last details that you need to do to wrap up this year's sale. Here's a quick look at our calendar. April 2nd is the official close of our sale for this year, and the digital stores for the girls will also be closed as of April 2nd. There is the opportunity for a late booth sale, and we're going to talk about that in just a minute. April 3rd is the day that cupboards will be closing. That is the last day to make any returns from your transaction on the previous Friday, and after that, our cupboards will be wrapping up and closing. April 6th is the date that we ask you have all of the packages applied to your girls in eBuddy, as well as submitting their final rewards. We're going to talk about that in a minute as well. April 10th, please, we ask the service unit folks to review your troops in your community. Make sure everyone has submitted, and if they need help, please give them a hand in making sure that that's complete. On April 14th, expect the final sweep. It will be the balance due on your sales report. If you are having a late booth sale and do need to file an alert, that's okay. Give us a report. We have that still on the website as well, and those would be due on April 11th. April 2nd through May 31st is the window of time for late booth sales. There is a form on the website that will notify us at Council so that we can drive any customers that call the office and are still looking for cookies, and they still are. We ask that you don't sell any cookies though past May 31st. We know their freshness is definitely compromised by then, so we don't want people having stale cookies. So please be sure to wrap up your sale by May 31st at the very latest. Before you can apply all of the rest of your inventory to the girls, if you have an opportunity to do a troop to troop transfer, do that first. What you'll do is go to the Transactions tab and click Add a Transaction. This pop-up, if you've done any transactions throughout the season, you'll recognize, but instead of the cupboard being your second party, you're going to pull it down and select Troop. Now remember, the receiving troop should be the one to do this process. When you select troop as your second party, it opens up a field on the right and you'll enter the troop you are receiving the cookies from. Please edit your receipt number. It is editable even though it looks kind of gray. Put any identification for this troop to troop transfer that will help you identify it when you see it elsewhere in eBuddy. The product movement, when you pull that down, the only option is going to be add product because you are adding product to your inventory. Add any other notes in that comment section that will help you. And of course, add the packages that you're receiving. There is no limit. You don't have to do this in full cases. Single packages, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever you need from this other troop is perfectly fine. Then click OK. Remember to click Save up at the top, and then as you can see, the notation down at the bottom will reflect that transaction that you just completed. Again, see the receipt code that you edited? It's going to show that on the left, and that's really helpful if you do this a number of times throughout the season. And of course, the second party is going to note that troop that you received it from. Additionally, you're going to see that same notation on your sales report. It's part of the packages that your troop has received, so it's going to be listed right on the sales report. Now that you've adjusted all of your inventory, transfers and acquisitions from cupboards are complete, you're going to want to apply all of those sales to the girls. When you go to the Girl Orders tab, you'll notice at the bottom there is a row called Difference. If there's a negative number there, that means that there are packages that have not been applied to the girls yet. You certainly do want to apply it because if it's down here, it means the girls are not getting credit for it yet. So let's click on each of the girls' names and apply all of the difference row so that it is completely at 0. When you click on a girl's name It's going to open up and you can add a transaction. You may have already done these for booth sales. You're going to continue to do it. Add a transaction, and then the bottom fields will open up. You can put a notation on the left if it's helpful for you. You'll add the number of packages you're applying to this girl. You can add a payment notation here if you would like. Or you can simply just add payment, do a separate transaction, and use the add payment button. Either way. Then click OK on the right, and remember to go back up and click Save at the top. You'll see when you do save, this girl's credit has been applied. It will show the notation that you said on the left. And then you can go and return to the girl order tab and do the same thing for the next girl. You can click that return to summary view, or you can click the girl orders tab. Either way, it's going to bring you back to the girl orders tab. Ideally, and optimally, you're going to want to zero out that difference row. That's the term we've been using, and you've heard it before. That is the goal, is to make sure that that is zero. That means that every package your girls have sold is applied to them in one way or another, and they will receive the credit for all of their efforts. The best summary of your wholesale is going to be your sales report. Always refer to this. This is your best summary. You're also going to want to make sure you take note of this, maybe make a copy of it for your financial report at the end of your Girl Scout year. This is something that you'll need to provide. That troop proceeds number is what you're going to need to record. All of the packages on the left side are everything that you've received, whether it be from the initial order, cupboards, troop transfers, digital packages. All of the packages that have been processed in your behalf, on your behalf, are listed on the left. On the right, when it says deposits made, it doesn't quite mean deposits you've made in your troop account. It means credit that has been applied to your troop. So the DOC payments that have been applied to credit to your troop, the sweeps that we have done on behalf of what you owe, those increments will be reflected here on the right-hand side. The troop proceeds down at the bottom are reflected, and then what your balance due at the end on April 14th is down on the bottom right. One of the areas that we often get questioned about is how to determine what the troop proceeds will be. The base rate earned is 55 cents per package on all of the packages received. If a troop has a per girl average of 136 or more, that earned amount would be 65 cents. It's listed separately. You'll see it as a tiered rate, so the additional 10 cents is listed separately. If a troop is an older girl troop and they decide to opt out of the smaller rewards, they can, and that is listed again as a separate increment. It will be listed as 5 cents over at the no reward proceed area. Now, the per girl average is all girls selling. So, not total registered girls, but any of the girls selling will be factored into that per girl average rate. You'll see the troop proceeds down at the bottom. So, the total packages received times your earned proceed rate will be where that figure comes from, and that's your troop proceeds. Again, on the right is your list of all of the deposits that have been made credited to your troop, be it through digital cookie sales or through the sweeps, will be reflected there. So the final amount that you owe council on April 14th is going to be listed on the bottom right. That amount is what you're going to want to refer to and assure that you have available funds ready for that final sweep on April 14th. We're excited to share with you that this year's cookie dough will be valid through March 31st, 2018. Girls can earn cookie dough if they sell a minimum of 100 packages of cookies. Their cookie dough can be applied to next year's membership dues. That's the GSUSA membership dues amount of $25 as well as the $15 council fee. All can be paid with their cookie dough. They can apply their cookie dough to camp sessions, except for the deposit fee. All can be paid with their cookie dough. Girls can also apply their cookie dough up to 50% of the programs listed in our council program guide. Girls love to go shopping with their cookie dough at the mountaintop shops, both Williston and Bedford. We love seeing them come in with their cards. They love to go shopping with them, as well as all of the camps that have trading posts. All will accept girls' cookie dough. So remember that the cookie dough this year, it's valid through March 31st, 2018. We also want to remind you to submit your rewards. Now, if you go to the rewards tab, you're going to see final reward orders. Click the button that says fill out. It'll show this screen. The only thing you're going to need to adjust for any girl is if they have sold 500 packages or more. There's an option for them at that 500 package level. It will show you right here if any of your girls have achieved that level. It'll say that little reminder size/catalog selection needed. You will click the girl's name and it will have a little pop up. Now, this year, the choice is either of the two trampoline park dates or the picnic basket with the jumbo towel. A girl will need to let you know which choice she wants, and you will select that for her and click Submit Girl Order. You'll do this for each of the girls who have earned the 500 plus level, choosing which of the options they would prefer. Then click Submit Reward Order. One note we want to make, whatever choice is made in eBuddy will need to be the choice that we will award the girl. Once the order has been made through eBuddy, we cannot make a change to that order. Either if the girl has chosen the picnic basket and jumbo towel, we would not have purchased extra tickets at either of the trampoline parks. The other way around, if a girl has chosen one of the trampoline parks, we can't, if she cancels that date, we cannot provide her the alternative reward because we haven't ordered them. These are ordered and these are firm orders for us. So please understand, whichever her choice is, will need to be her choice for this reward. If you still have some cookies, well, there's still some opportunity, and we'll go over those right now. Now, if you'd like to have a late booth sale, it's fine. What we have for you is a form on our website. Go to Cookies, and then for cookie sellers, under Resources, you'll find a late booth sale form. What you'll do is allocate to the girls any of the cookies you have in the difference row. It's sort of a forecast, if you will, but you're going to want to still allocate all of those cookies because eBuddy is closing, even though you're still going to be having a booth sale in the future. Follow the same guidelines as far as town permits and store permissions. eBuddy is going to close, so you won't have the cookie locator, but by submitting the late booth sale form, it tells us at council where your booth sale is, and we are still getting the public calling us looking for cookies, so we want to definitely direct them to where the booth sales are still being held. Deposit all the funds into your Troop bank account. Now, we will still have the sweep on April 14th. If you do need to submit an alert, that is fine. You can do so by Tuesday, the 11th is the date that you would need to submit that alert if you need to. What will happen is we will sweep the amount, and by depositing all of the funds from your late booth sale into your account, it does give you all of your proceeds. It is not recommended that you have a booth sale past May 31st. We do know the freshness and quality are definitely compromised beyond that date, so we do recommend that you wrap up all of your sales by May 31st. Now, perhaps you do still have cookies, but not quite enough for a booth sale. Here's some other ideas. Visit businesses in your community, say a bank, hairdresser, realtor, insurance agent, someone like that. Think about a realtor. They have an open house, they serve refreshments. Why not serve Girl Scout cookies with their refreshments? That shows that there are Girl Scouts in the community, and a potential new neighbor might be very interested to know that. A bank might want to give a package of cookies to a new client, a new account holder, a new mortgagee. Many times, hairdressers do serve refreshments while you're having a process done. They might have tea or coffee. Why not serve some Girl Scout cookies as well? Now, of course, I'm sure that you've already communicated with some other troops that are doing booth sales still. There are some troops still looking for cookies, so definitely do some troop to troop transfers for those miscellaneous cookies. Gifts, think about this. If the troop does still have cookies and you do want to purchase those as a troop, what better way to thank anybody who has hosted your troop or come as a guest to your troop than to give them a package of cookies or two? Where can you go for a gift that's $4 or $8? A wonderful gift, and people will be thrilled to have a couple of packages of cookies from your troop for them being a guest of your girls. Community banquets. Now, think about the Kiwanis or Lions, perhaps, in your community. They have year end banquets. They might be very interested in serving some cookies to their guests at their dessert table. What a nice way to exchange efforts between civic groups within your community. Your girls have had a marvelous success this year. They've learned so much, and we want you to celebrate. It's been a wonderful season. It's been an exhausting season, but think of all that the girls have learned thanks to you through the Girl Scout Cookie program. We're so appreciative to you for giving your young entrepreneurs a great foundation. They are our business leaders of tomorrow, and thanks to you, they will have all the more skills ready for their future business endeavors through the Girl Scout Cookie program.